Okay, let's see. Zoe, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Nice to see you again. And it looks like Coco, is that you? You're muted, but I can see you.
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. I'm changing your name to Coco.
Okay, sorry.
Sure, I know it's you. And okay, I see Martin Mary. Is that Sophia?
Sophia, yes.
Okay, perfect. How are you, Sophia?
I'm fine.
You're
Fine.
fine? Good. Nice to see you again, too. And Coco, how are you doing? It looks like you're out somewhere.
Yes, I'm outside. I'm get a dinner with my friend. So I already missed that class, so I take class.
All right. Well, good. You're here. Hopefully it's not too distracting, but I'm sure you can handle it.
Yeah, I can handle. Yeah, I like your class. Yeah.
Thanks. I've been thinking about our last class and trying to think of how I can try to use our time a little bit better. So today I'm going to ask you to work in teams when we're working on our writing. Let me just make sure that we have everyone here that's coming on time, and then I'll get started. And there's Huang. Let's wait for his audio. Just got to connect. Okay, there you are. Huang, how are you doing?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I'm fine.
Good. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
All right, everybody. I am going to get us started as fast as I can here. Let me quickly remind you, I'm Allison. I was your teacher last time. I think what was our class on? What day was that? Maybe yesterday? Did I already forget? Sorry. So anyway, we're going to be working on the writing part of ESL Grammar 1. So last time I saw you, we worked on the reading and vocabulary section. If you scroll down, you'll see section 2 has essay and writing. So we're going to try to get through all 3 of these today. And to do this, I'm going to ask us to work together to get it done more quickly. The first thing I'm going to actually do is play the video that Nick recorded so that you can get some Chinese explanation, and then we'll work on this together. So I want to make sure everyone can hear the video. So I'm going to do that first. Can you hear him? All you have to do is say yes or no.
同学们好，我是 Nick 老师。
He said, 大家好，我是 Nick 老师. Did you hear him?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, great. I'm going to play the video, and when we're done, we'll work on this.
今天呢，我们来学习怎么样写作。那么写作的一个很基本的很重要的一个基本功啊，我们叫做完整句子。当我们说英文的时候呢，我们呢其实可以用不完美的语法呀，或者是用 broken English， 就是不完整的句子。但是写作不容许，写作就是对于英语要求非常之严格，我们必须要用完整句子。好，英语中最重要的基本功之一叫做完整句子。什么叫做完整句子呢？我们中文叫做主谓宾，那么英语呢是主谓，他们叫做 subject， 主语叫做 subject，OK， 谓语叫做 predicate。那我们现在不管这个，我们先讲动词。我们现在学过，我们刚才上节课我们学过是吧？我们学过名词和动词。那我们这样简单一点理解，就是它要有一个名词，而且呢它要有一个动词。OK，let's go。I friend, here it is。这都是我们学生写的一些错误的句子。我们来看一看，那它的主语是什么呢？是 I， 我吗？是 pronoun 代名词。friend 是名词 common noun。有2个都放在一起，很奇怪的你这主语是什么不清楚。Here it is，here it is 意思说给你。It 也是一个名词，也是一个 pronoun。is 是，它是动词，所以我们这里非常之混淆。好，我们来修改。 my friend， 我的朋友 instead of I friend， 要说我的朋友 my friend。 Here it is， 给你 Here it is， 哎，非常完美。那么它的主句是什么？ Here it is， 我的朋友给你。好，第二个 They don't too bad， They don't I don't know what the student trying to say。 Don't 它不能够作为动词，它不是完全的一个动词，它是动词。你说 do 可以做动词，但是 don't 它其实不是动词了，它是把动词变成复义，所以后面必须有动词。那么呢，或者是你如果想说复义，你可以用是或者不是。那我们这地方就说不是好了。This isn't 不是 This isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. Pretty good. This don't mind. It's yours. 这个不是我的 don't 不是是的意思啊。This isn't mine. It is yours. 这个对吗？好，可以告诉你，我有意这样写的，这是错的。为什么这是错的呢？因为这是一个完整句子。This isn't 主语、谓语、动词啊。This isn't mine， 这不是我的，它就是个完整句子。完整句子啊，不能用逗号结尾，它必须要用句号结尾 ，OK， 或者是用分号结尾。那么现在我用分号结尾好了，哎，看见没有？软件就没有说我是错的。然后后面接一个句子，分号和逗号基本上是完全一样的使用啊，以后再说。我也可以这样说 ：This isn't mine， 句号 ，It is yours。This isn't mine, it's yours。哎，这个可以。我们再下一个 ，If you have a lunch, not hungry now， 肯定是说，如果你吃了午饭，你不会觉得饿啊。OK， 那么你想想，吃过午饭肯定是过去的事嘛，对吧？它不可能是 have， 我们叫做现在式，现在式的最基本形式啊，它不是表示现在在做什么，它表示的是一个常态和真理。比如说，我们说中国是一个国家 ，China is a country。中国是个国家，那么中国这个国家它是个常态，你不能够说 China was a country， 那中国以前是个国家，那么现在不是吗？对吧？所以呢，它是现在是英文叫做present simple， 以后我们还会再教细节啊，仔细再教的。那么在一个现在是最基本的形式，它表示常态，所以这个地方不是错误的，时态是错误的。If he had lunch， 不能用 a lunch。因为 lunch 啊，我们经常是做，当你是说的是不可数 ，OK？If you had lunch, you wouldn't feel hungry now。如果你吃过午饭，曾经吃过午饭 ，you wouldn't， 你不会觉得，不会，经常说是 wouldn't。You wouldn't， 它是 would not 这个简写。You wouldn't feel hungry now。主句是 You wouldn't feel hungry now。这个是条件从句啊。If you had lunch， 条件从句是我们叫做 adverb， 是是副词从句。副词从句，以后我们再讲。今天先简单介绍一下，叫副词从句。OK。She always first go home。她肯定是想说，她总是第一个回家的，对吧？我们看怎么写啊。She 这个地方缺什么呢？我们看看，动词是什么？他学生觉得，哎 ，go home 嘛，不是 go to home， 不是第一个是动词吗？不是的，它是修饰第一个人。他是什么样的第一个人呢？老回家的第一个人。所以它这里缺一个，一般我们在 pronoun 后面必须马上要接动词。She is always first， 我们经常不能单独使用啊，我们要说 the first。如果做名词的话，不能这样单独使用。除非你把它作为那个副词 adverb， 那你可以说 first 逗号我们怎么做 ，second 逗号怎么做。但是你把它作为名词的时候，你不能，你前面必须一般叫 the， 经常是叫 the。 She is always the first one. 第一个怎么样呢 ？Going 好 to home。软件肯定跟我说我是错的啊。你看见没有？他告诉我是错的。为什么说 going to home 是错的呢？因为 home 啊，这个地方啊，它不能够写 to。OK， 道理很简单。很多学生觉得，哎，那我这个不是名词吗 ？home 有2个用法，一个是名词，比如说我想去我的家 ，my home 怎么样？我的家 is very nice， 我家很好。Go home 在这里说的是 go 这个词，它起的是动态，那么它是 adverb， 就是一个副词，修饰一个动态的，所以是 go 什么地方呢？怎么样 go 呢 ？Home go home， 所以它不是起的名词的作用，所以这个地方必须要说 going home。She's always the first one going home。那么 going， 那么很多学生觉得going 应该是动词，其实动词加 ing， 它表示动态，不是动词，这2个是根本性的区别。那么绝大部分情况下，一个动词加 ing， 它都不起动词作用，它起的是形容词、名词、副词的作用。以后我们再仔细解释。OK，I'm going home now. See you next time.
All right, I'm back. Hello. Here I am. So Nick goes over in this basic grammar ideas, and we talked about this last time, how there are different parts of speech. So really quick review. We learned about nouns, which can be people, places, or things. That's right. We learned about verbs. That's an action, something we do, or it can be a state, something we are. Being something. We learned about adjectives that talk about nouns. They tell us information like what color, is it big or small, things like that. And finally, adverbs, aka the trash can of English, because a lot of things that don't fit in the other parts of speech will end up in the adverb part of speech. Let's do one example of each part of speech to get started, just like a little warm up. Make sure you remember what we learned last time. Let me ask Zoe, can you tell me one noun in English? Any noun.
记得说一个名词
Ball.
What's that?
Ball.
Ball? Great, that's a good example. Let me ask Coco, can you give me a verb? Where'd Coco go? No, maybe, are you still there,
No,
Coco?
no. Yeah. I stay here.
Okay, cool. Can you give me a verb?
Noun.
Which
What?
verb?
Verb is go.
Go, that's a great
E-
verb. Very
Yeah,
active.
E. Yeah.
And be, good. Those are both examples of
Yes.
exactly what I was going to ask next, which is active and stative, which are different kinds of verbs. Let's have Sophia, can you give me an adjective?
Happy.
Happy, that's a great one. And last, Huang, can you give me a adverb?
Finally.
Very good. Okay, so I can tell that everybody remembers a little bit about last time, what we learned, and we're going to try to put them together in sentences. So just like Nick was showing on the video, we have some English sentences here that are not quite right. The first one says, brother, here it is. So I have, I think, 4 of you, and we have 5 sentences. So we're going to do the first one together. And then after that, I'm going to have each of you do one sentence by yourself. Let's start with the first one. Okay. It says, brother, here it is. How can we correct the sentence? First of all, let's think what's not okay about the sentence. Remember when Nick was correcting and it said, I friend, here it is. He corrected it by doing this. comma. Here it is. I'm not really sure what this first part is supposed to be about. One thing I will say is that in English, it's a little bit weird to call your brother brother. Like I would just call my brother his name. I don't call him brother. I know in Chinese culture, it's more normal to call your older brother or younger brother like Gugu or Didi. That's okay. But in English, it's a little like, why don't you just say his name? So this part, I'm not really sure if that's supposed to be there because I didn't write this, so I don't know. But I probably wouldn't say that. I would just say my brother's name. Stephen, here it is. Let's look at the next one. So this says this don't is too bad. I'm gonna give it to one person in the chat. So in the chat box, you will see, Sophia, I sent this one to you. So I want you to start thinking about it now, okay? You don't have to do anything yet, but that's gonna be your sentence. This one, number 3, this doesn't belong to mine, it's yours. I'm gonna put that for Zoe. So Zoe, I just sent it to you in the chat. That's gonna be your sentence. You start thinking about it, okay? For number 4, I'm gonna give it to Coco.
浅调整
And then the last one is going to be for Huang. So I've sent you your sentence in the chat. And what I want you to do is look at your sentence, okay? And start thinking about what's not right about it, because all of them have different problems. Now, while you're looking at it, I'm gonna make some notes on here about what isn't right, and you can try to use that to help you. So this first one that I gave to Sophia, I'm just gonna put an S for Sophia. This don't is too bad. We don't need to correct the sentence, but can we see what's wrong with it? What are some words that don't seem right here?
Don't.
Yeah, this word is not right. Anything else?
Is.
I think this is also not quite right. So something about this part needs to be corrected. And that's for Sophia. So Sophia, what I want you to do is fix it and then type it into the chat and send it back to me, okay? Do you understand? Okay, perfect. You're gonna do that right now. And while you do that, I'm gonna go to the next sentence. So you think and you type. This one was for Zoe.
哪里？
So Zoe, let's help her. What doesn't look okay about this?
Mine.
Yeah, this word is not right. Anything else?
写写
Is.
This part is also not right. So Zoe's gonna need to work on fixing this part. And Zoe, you do the same thing. You're gonna type the sentence correctly and send it back into the chat, okay? So that's what you should be doing now. The next one was Coco's sentence. What can we see that's not right about Coco's sentence?
Is if they have a lunch, wouldn't hungry now.
Yeah, I think that part is okay. This is the part that I think is not quite right. A lunch doesn't sound good. And then also in here, we're missing something.
Wouldn't, right? Wouldn't.
We're missing who would not be hungry right now. So I would say,
true.
Coco, your sentence is a little bit more difficult to correct. So just do your best. You're going to type it in the chat and send it back the way that you think is correct. And then obviously, Huang, I think you knew where I was going with this. This is yours. What do you think is wrong with this last sentence?
The first is they are. Is,
Yeah, so you should type it in the chat. It's missing a verb. It's
and-
missing a verb. It's also missing a determiner.
yes.
So it's missing 2 words that you're gonna need to fill in. All right, I see one person has already sent their sentence into the chat. She says, this isn't too bad. That's exactly right, good. So I'm gonna put the corrected sentence from Sophia. Nice job, Sophia. Perfect. This isn't too bad is much better. Okay, everybody make sure you type and send the sentence in the chat so I can see it.
刚刚是在哪里写聊天？还是这儿？可以看到怎么改第三版。
Everybody know what they need to do with your sentence? Correct it and send it to me. Okay, there's another one.
修改定句。
Good, thank you, Huang. All right, so Huang says we should change it to they are always the first to go home. Perfect, good. This sentence had a lot of problems. It was missing a verb. And if you remember last time what I said, every sentence in English must have a verb and a noun who does that verb. So that was very important. And over here, we need this determiner because we're separating the first from everyone else. So we need to be definite about who we're talking about. All right, Coco and Zoe, I'm still waiting. Coco, I know you're on your phone. Are you going to be able to correct the sentence? I don't know.
I can yeah, I type so hard because I
Is it
use a
hard?
cell
Okay,
phone.
why don't
Yeah,
you?
can I tell you?
Yeah, you can tell me and I'll type it for you.
Yeah, maybe if they have lunch.
It should be if they
Yeah, if they
had.
the lunch.
Okay, we don't want to use a determiner before lunch. So it should be if they had lunch.
Lunch, yeah. Who
The who, yeah, who would be hungry?
wouldn't? Yeah, who wouldn't hungry now?
So we should say they, because that's who. I asked who is it? The answer is
Oh,
the same
they-
people. They
Yeah, wouldn't
Good.
hungry now.
We're missing a word before hungry. We need a
The-
verb because hungry
Verb.
is not a verb.
Too hungry.
That's a good guess. To is not a verb either. So the verb is actually be.
Be
The one I
hungry,
told
be-
you, watch out for be.
Yeah.
They
be.
wouldn't be hungry now.
Yeah, be
Very
hungry
good.
now. Yes.
Okay, and then the last one, Zoe, where's your sentence? Do you want me to type it for you or, oh, there it is. Perfect. Okay, Zoe says, this doesn't belong to me. Good. It is yours. That's right. The only part of this that's not right is that we have two sentences here. So I think Nick mentioned in English, we don't use the comma when we have two complete sentences. So how can I fix the problem? Anyone can answer. What should we do? We can't use the comma.
Use and to connect them.
Okay, we could use and, that's allowed. We could use a conjunction. Another way to do this is just to use a period and end the sentence. Another way to do this is to use a semicolon and connect them because they're very closely related. So I'm going to go ahead and use the semicolon. The semicolon in English is similar to this comma in Chinese. So you can remember that even though English and Chinese use different punctuation, the rule is similar. If we have two complete sentences, we need to put something special to break them up, not a comma. All right, so these are all of our sentences. I'm going to put them all into the chat for everyone. So I'll type them out in case you want to put them into your own Canvas account. Sorry, I forgot a period with the first one. There. Okay, so now all of those are in the chat. If you want to copy them, you can copy them. Normally, I would type them in here and submit, but since we're just practicing on my account, I don't need to submit. So on your account, you would put the answers here. There are more sentences, so we're going to do this again. And now that you know how to do it, I think it will go a little bit faster. I'm going to ask who wants to do each one. Everyone needs to do at least one. Would someone like to correct number one? every year around Christmas, we go visit our grandparents. Nobody wants this one? Okay, I can, Coco? Okay, Coco's gonna do this one, and Coco, you can tell it to me when you're ready, okay? So you can take a minute to look at it and tell me when you're ready. Who wants to do number 2? Anybody?
My cell phone have problem.
You're still, that's okay. You can tell me in a minute. Just give me 1 minute, okay? I'm giving this one to Zoe. Zoe, you're gonna do number 2, okay? I'm sending it to you. This is your sentence to correct. Oh, Coco's gone. Hopefully she'll come back. I'm gonna give number 3 to Sophia.
Okay.
Okay.
And thank you. And then Huang, I'm gonna give you, it says number 5, but I guess it's number
Yeah.
4 because there's only 4 there. Somebody forgot
Okay.
how to count to 5. Okay, so everybody work on your sentences. Hopefully Coco will come back, but if she doesn't, I can do number 1. There she is. Coco, welcome back.
Sorry, just my cell phone some problem. Sorry.
That's
sorry.
okay. I understand.
Okay, I'll
It
go back.
happens. Just when you're ready, you can tell me what you think we need to do to fix your sentence.
Which one is my sentence? Which one?
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay, okay. Hold on, give me a second. Double check.
That's fine. Take a look. And everyone else, you can put yours in the chat. I know I helped you last time. This time I want you to try it by yourself. If you don't get everything, that's okay. Just do your best.
Yeah, can we? I can tap. I can.
Just tell
see.
me. Tell me.
Tell you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tell me what to do.
we went to no every years around Christmas.
Is this word okay, Christmas?
Yeah, I think in the
It-
first
It needs to be capital C. Do you know why?
yeah,
Why
because
does
that's
the-
holiday. It's
It's the
holiday.
name, yeah. Every
Yeah.
year around Christmas, yeah, this part
Yes.
looks okay.
Yes,
Then what?
we went.
So we would use went if it's the past, which is one
Yeah.
time. But
Yes.
because this is a habit that they do over and over, we'll use the
Okay.
present. So we go, but there
We
is a
go.
word missing between go and visit.
The visit.
No, try again. This
Visit. Ed.
no, it's before go. We go
Go to visit
our grandparents. And then
our grandparents.
the word grandparents does not need to be capitalized
Yeah,
because even though
yeah.
they're very important, it's not a name. So we don't
Yeah.
need to do that. Okay, that looks good.
So don't we go to don't need a capital. Just we go to.
Yeah, I capitalize it to make sure that you can see it.
Okay, okay.
Just make it
Sorry.
very like clear. We need this word.
Okay,
We go to
Okay.
visit our grandparents. Very good. Thank you, Coco.
okay.
All right, I see Zoe's answer. So Zoe says, no, the other one. Whoops. There's Zoe. Okay. Zoe says they live far away in the mountains of Sierra Nevada. I think that looks good to me. She corrected live for subject verb agreement. That's right. She capitalized Sierra Nevada because it's a proper noun. I would probably say Sierra Nevada mountains. I think mountains of Sierra Nevada sounds a little, I don't know, because I'm from California and I can see the Sierra Nevadas every day. But I think this is okay. It's okay. Just maybe I would not say it that way. And then here's Sophia. Let's see what she has. I like to go to, whoops. I like to go to there because my brother Tim, oh, this is a long sentence. I like to go to there because my brother Tim and I had a wonderful time playing in the snow. The only part here that I would probably change that you didn't catch was we don't usually say go to there. We'll say I like to go there because my brother Tim and I, now this part, I'm not sure if we want to use past tense here. I think we could if they already went there before. Since we don't really know, I think have is also okay because this is also present tense. So this is have is okay. The correction with my brother Tim and I, much better. That's good. Actually, you had a lot of corrections here. Good job. All right, and then the last one is Huang. Let's see. Our parents let us play until it gets dark outside, but we are not able to see the stars in the sky. I think this is okay. The only problem that I can see how you fix this because it has but, and then you said, but we are not. So that was smart. Another way that you could fix it is you could change this to a different conjunction. You could say, and we are able to see the stars out in the sky. But the way that you fixed it, logical, very good, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna send these in the chat to everybody, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Just give me 1 minute. One. And actually for number 2, I'm going to change it to the way that I would say it because I think it just sounds better that way. But the way that Zoe did it is okay. For number 3, I'm going to use have in the present tense because I'm not sure what the story is here. Either one would be okay because we don't know. If we know, there's a right and wrong answer. If we don't know, well, we don't know. And for number 5, which is actually number 4, I went ahead and just changed this conjunction the way I was talking about, but Huang's answer is also correct. So nice job, all of you. You're great at correcting. You could be proofreaders. Let's move on to our next exercise. Okay, for this one, we're going to work together to get this finished more quickly. So we have several vocabulary words here. Unfortunately, I haven't really gotten to introduce you to these words yet. So I'm going to try to do that as quickly as I can. Excuse me for rushing a little bit. And then I'm going to give you each 2 words, and your job will be to write a sentence with your word. You can write 1 sentence with both of the words, or you can write 2 sentences. Sometimes that's easier, but I'm going to give you each 2 words. So let's talk about the words first. This one is sense. Sense. Sense can be a verb, which means you can feel something. Like I sense that you are uncomfortable. I think or I feel maybe you're not comfortable. Sense can also be a noun, like I have a good sense of smell. Cabbage. Cabbage is a food. Easy for me to just show you a picture of it and you'll know exactly what it is. I think cabbage is actually very popular in a lot of Chinese cooking. So most of you probably like to eat cabbage. Although maybe you hate cabbage, I don't know. But I have seen a lot of cabbage in Chinese food. And then next one is pancake. So this word is interesting because in Chinese, the word pancake can be used differently than in English. In English, in our culture, a pancake is usually a flat, sweet thing that you would eat for breakfast. In other cultures, it can be a lot of different things. But for us, for English speakers, this is what we imagine when we imagine pancakes. You can see there's a stack, there's some fruit, it's sweet and breakfast. Next one is porridge. Porridge is also popular in a lot of Chinese food, a little bit different for Westerners. It's going to be some kind of a hot food item. It might have rice, it might have oats, it could have different things inside. Some people like to eat this sweet and some will eat it savory. So there are different ways to eat porridge. It's not my favorite. I think a lot of people eat it when they're sick though, and it can make you feel better. This word is biscuit. Now notice it has this UI. It just sounds like like I, biscuit. A biscuit in America sounds like some kind of a little cracker or a little snack. In England, this word can mean cookie. So it does have a different meaning depending on if you're in America or England. This is what American biscuits look like. They're kind of like a little bun. This is what British biscuits would look like, more like a cookie. So it's like a little bread food. This should be one word. It's not correct how they wrote this. It should be milkshake. That is correct. So I will fix this later today. A milkshake is kind of what it sounds like. You put milk, maybe ice cream, maybe strawberry or fruit, put it in the blender. It becomes a sweet drink that you can have. A lot of people like to have a milkshake if they go to a place like McDonald's, they eat a French fry and they get a milkshake on the side. Lots of sugar. This one is cheese. I'm guessing most of you already know what cheese is. There are many, many different kinds of cheese. When I was living in Taiwan, there's one kind of cheese. It was called cheese, and it just looks like a little square. But if you go to a country like America, where cheese is popular, we have a lot of different kinds. This is cheddar, this is Gouda, this is Swiss. So you can learn the different types of cheese. And up here, they're showing different types of cheese as well. Over here, gravy. Gravy is a sauce that usually goes with meat. It's made from fat. A lot of times Americans will eat gravy at Thanksgiving. We will put it on potatoes or put it on a turkey like this. So it's a type of sauce. It's a little bit salty. Okay, then there's lettuce, which I would say is similar to cabbage because it's also a vegetable. I don't know what this is. There we go. This is lettuce. So it looks a little like cabbage. The lettuce is longer. The cabbage is more like a circle. Yogurt is our last one. This is also made from milk, a dairy product. A lot of people will eat yogurt that has fruit in it. It can be good for your stomach. If you're wanting to have a more healthy digestive system, yogurt can be good. I personally, I don't really like yogurt. I think it tastes kind of sour, so I don't like to eat it, but a lot of my friends love it and think it's really healthy. So any questions about the words? Any questions? Okay, so all of these words that we just learned, what part of speech are all of them? Remember, part of speech is noun, verb, adjective, adverb. What are all of these? Anyone? Are they verbs? Can you pancake someone? No. If no one's going to answer, I'll just go ahead and say it. They're all nouns, okay? All of these are common nouns.
Yogurt.
Yeah, yogurt is also a noun. So
Yeah.
the thing to remember about these nouns is that some of them are count nouns and some of them are non-count nouns. And what that means is some of them I can put S at the end and I need to say a pancake. And some of them I don't want to put S at the end. So let me show you the difference. We're going to put them in the categories as fast as I can, okay? So a count noun means I can count it. The count nouns that are on this list are sense, pancake, biscuit. That's it. Those are the count nouns. So all of those I could say I have 10 pancakes. I have 5 biscuits. These ones are non-count or uncountable. We can't count them. Cabbage. If I want to count it, I would have to say heads of cabbage or pieces of cabbage, I guess. Porridge. If I want to count porridge, I would have to say bowl of porridge or pot of porridge. I need some word to measure it. Cheese, also non-count. I could say a piece of cheese or a block of cheese, but I can't say a cheese. That's not okay. Gravy, also non-count. I could actually, the word that we use for gravy is kind of funny. Let me show you. So remember how the gravy is in this container? If I want to measure it, I would call this a boat of gravy. So this thing is called a gravy boat. And then you could also say a spoon of gravy or a bowl of gravy, but I think the boat is kind of funny. A boat of gravy. And then lettuce also would be heads of lettuce, like your head, because it looks like a head, I guess. And yogurt, you could say cups of yogurt. You could say containers of yogurt, jars of yogurt. The interesting thing about this in English with these nouns is the non-count nouns are actually kind of like Chinese nouns. In Chinese, you need to use a word to measure your noun. For example, maybe you're going to say a pair of pants, right? You would say 一条裤子. You can't just say 一裤子. That doesn't make sense. That's weird. So that's exactly how these are in English. They're just like that. We need to pick something to tell you how much of it. With these ones, we don't need to do that. We can say a pancake, a sense, a biscuit, senses, pancakes, biscuits. So those are, I would say, the differences between these. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give each of you 2 words, and your job is to write a sentence. So 写句子, write a sentence with your words. If you don't know how, you can put the word in Google and try to look for help. Just because we're short on time, I do have to rush us a little bit. I wish we had more time. So first I'm going to keep sense for myself because I actually think that word's a little bit more difficult. I'm going to give Sophia pancake and cabbage. So you need to write a sentence, 写句子, write a sentence with pancake and cabbage. Zoe, I'm giving you porridge and biscuit. I'm going to give Coco milkshake and cheese. Sorry, I forgot to put milkshake on the list of count nouns. That's where it belongs. And then gravy and lettuce, I'm going to give to Huang. And my sentences are going to be with sense and yogurt. So if you can't write or type, you can tell it to me. I'm going to go first. I have a sense that yogurt tastes very sour. So my sentence, I'm able to use sense and yogurt together. Now, if you can put them together, great. If you can't, 2 sentences is also okay. So 分开可以, or you can also put them together. 一起可以, 都可以. Just write me a sentence and I'll be happy. Or tell it to me. And try to go fast because we've only got a few minutes left. So hurry up. And Coco, do you want to tell me your sentence?
I love cheese that very yummy.
Good. I love cheese. It is very yummy. And how about
Yes.
your milkshake?
Milkshake it tastes so good.
A milkshake. Now we need a verb.
A
Taste
verb?
is a verb. Yeah. So taste is actually a
Taste.
verb.
Yeah, so good.
Perfect. Nice job. Okay, so we got 2 sentences to start. Everyone else, you can either tell me when you're ready or you can type it in the chat, your choice. So you should be making either 1 or 2 sentences with your words. Okay, I see. And Huang's sentence, I prefer to add a spoon of gravy on the lettuce. It sounds a little bit like, but the grammar is perfect. So nice job, good grammar. And you remember to use a spoon of instead of just saying a gravy. Very good. And we can use the with non-count nouns, but we can't use a or an. Let's see, I have a sentence from Sophia. I like eating pancake with an S, pancakes, because these ones are count nouns. We can add S in the morning. I think cabbage is not sweet. I agree, cabbage is not sweet. I think cabbage is not sweet. Yeah, that's the grammar is good. We can keep it. Nice job. And last one, Zoe, I will eat porridge when I finish eating biscuits. Good. And you remembered biscuits gets an S and porridge doesn't get an S. Okay. I think these sentences turned out excellent. I'm putting them in the chat so that everyone can see what we wrote. And if you want, you can add it to your own account. We've got 5 minutes, so let's see what we can do with this last part here. Nick would want me to play the video for you, but I think all of you are here because you want to learn English from me. So I'm going to go ahead and skip the video and just go into fixing the sentences. This is the same thing that we did at the beginning of the class. So we're going to do it again. I'm going to ask each of you to tell me out loud, no typing this time, how to correct. Huang, can you do number 1, please? How can I correct this sentence?
She was wrong and I am right. And I was.
Yeah, I think we should do was for this one, like you said. Why do we need to do it? Because we want them to be in the same tense. We don't have a time machine. How are you going from the past to the present or the future to the past? In English, it's very important to always remember when you use a verb, when you use a verb, you need to know when you're doing this. So if we started in the past, let's stay in the past. And the first one, it was in the past were, that's past tense, but the problem is something called subject-verb agreement. In English, we need to make sure that the thing or the person is agreeing with the verb. So she were is not okay. All right, the next one, number 2, let's have Sophia. Can you try to correct number 2? If these book doesn't belong to you.
This book.
These books don't belong to you.
Good. So there are 2 ways that we could fix it. We can make books become plural, and then we would just change this verb to agree with the subject because these is plural. Or I could also change these to this, and I could leave the verb alone. It would be this book doesn't belong to you. So there are 2 different ways. This is option 1. This is option 2. I don't know which one is correct because I don't know how many books there are. So if I had 1 book, then this would be correct. If I have lots of books, then these would be correct. Okay, let's do number 3. And I would like Coco to do number 3, please.
Oh,
These banana and apples taste good.
there's banana and the apples taste very good.
We don't have to add very, but we could. So I'm going to show you where the problem is here. Sorry, excuse me. Apples is plural. These is plural. Is banana plural?
There.
Right now, this is 1 banana. How can I make it be more than 1 banana?
This S.
Well, that would make it become one. So I like, this is good. This is good, but this word banana needs something. It's missing S, that's right. So if we have these bananas and
And
apples,
the apples taste good.
and that's because we could substitute it with they taste good. All right,
Oh.
almost out of time. I want to make sure that Zoe gets a chance. Zoe, can you correct sentence 4? This word is, this sentence is missing one word.
It is.
It goes right here, and the part of speech is determiner. Starts with a T. The, that's right. We could say this, that, or the. We need some kind of determiner here. It's not okay to just have this word hanging out by itself with no determiner. Last one, these one tasted like worms. I would probably just add an S here and it would become plural. These ones tasted like worms. And worms, in case you don't know what they are, not something I personally would like to eat. I don't want any of my food to taste like worms. Not delicious. Okay, I'm going to quickly, what do you call it? I think I'm going to go ahead and skip sending the corrections for these because I don't want to type. Let me recap what we were able to do today. We worked on section 2 of ESL Grammar Unit 1. We finished the fixed sentences, right sentences, and we worked on the other part of fixing sentences. If we were going to be doing this class continuing, for homework, I would ask you to write a short essay outline. So an outline is more like the skeleton. It's not the full essay body. It's like the bones of the essay. So an essay outline would have a title, a hook sentence. This sentence is supposed to get your attention, kind of like you catch a fish with a hook. An introduction, which tells us what is it about. The body paragraphs give details about what you want to tell your reader. And the conclusion is the end. So this is kind of how, let me grab the translator real quick. The skeleton of an essay. Not the full essay itself, just the skeleton. Because a full essay would have a lot more detail. This is just giving you the basic idea. So if we were going to do homework, you would answer this question. If you could change one thing about your school, what would you change and why? If you're not a student, I would say change it to your job or your work. And that would work. Then you'd follow the directions and submit it here, and I would check it in class next time, and we would go over it together and correct it, which I think is more fun than fixing the sentences because we don't know what they mean. But if it's your writing, I know what it means, and I can make it better for you. Translation is also a part of the homework for this class. I like doing translation because I like to practice my Chinese. So you would also need to translate these sentences into English and type them in the box. And then we would check them together in class. And of course, some of these words I would also have to use Google Translate because I don't know all of them. I think, let's see if I can do this. 今天太热了，我要去买一杯牛什么？什么说？
奶昔，
奶昔 OK， 你要点什么吗？ What does that mean? Oh, do you want some?
Wow.
Do you want some?
Your Chinese very good.
Not, I wish it was better.
Oh, you're much better.
Before it
Oh.
was better, and now
Yeah.
I forgot a lot of it.
Oh, wow, you are great.
Well, thank you.
You can read it.
Ta-da!
Yeah, good.
It's because I studied it for a little while when I lived in Taiwan. I
Oh,
needed to
that's
learn
good.
it when I was there. All right,
Okay,
everybody. It was so nice seeing you again. I have another class in about 5 minutes, so it's time for me to go. But once again, I'm Allison. This was ESL Grammar, and if you were to join this class, we would probably slow down a little bit because I like to go slower and make sure everybody understands and also have fun, not just go, 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 go. But I think if you're interested in learning grammar, this can be a great course to introduce it to you and get more comfortable. I think that learning grammar is really useful because it's usually the place that I see students struggle and have a hard time. So if you work on it now, your English will be better overall and you'll make fewer mistakes in the future. So I highly recommend taking a grammar class and I hope that you'll join. Anyway, have a good weekend. If it's Saturday where you live, if it's Sunday, then have a nice Sunday. And hopefully I'll see you in the future.
Okay, thank you, Alice.
Thank you too.
Have a good
Bye-bye,
night.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.